Hello everyone, my name is Taylor.
And I am Ray. And welcome to the Vampire Soap Opera, yes!
And that's Peyton.
This statue was doing some kind of dance move. I was detecting a hint of maybe, like, Thriller? Or some kind of pop thing with a good beat.
Really? Thriller?
Tonight! Yes, Thriller.
Okay. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood.
Yeah. See? Perfect vampire song. Thriller. What about the old vampires who think the old ways were better? Yes. They would have old records, yes. Those vampires aren't cool. They're all dead. New rad vampires are blue and don't have internal organs.
Raziel also doesn't listen to a lot of music.
He doesn't have time. New vampires are busy all the time.
What do you think Raziel would listen to, though, if he had time?
I don't know. Like, Michael Jackson. Thriller. They don't have electrical guitar yet, Ray, yes. But they have time travel.
Yeah, but in the future everyone is dead. They're eaten by demons.
Oh yeah. Well, demons are all about rock and roll. Sooner or later they'd make an electric guitar.
Okay, yeah, but they wouldn't do pop music, they'd do, like, heavy metal.
No, they would do pop, because it's, like, counter to what you expect, and they're all about counterculture. That's demons for you.
I don't think demons actually do the opposite of what you expect. Like, in The Exorcist, that little girl got possessed by a demon, and the demon just went outside and, like, peed on the floor, vomited on a priest, gave itself away in seconds.
Well, he was fresh out of hell, he hadn't had a lot of time to think about his plan, peeing on the floor was probably the first thing he thought to do.
Still, it doesn't make the case that demons would one day sing pop music.
Well, they didn't give the demon time. If he'd had time to think about it, sooner or later he would have realized that pop music is totally unexpected, and he would have sung it out of spite. Or even gospel. He would have started singing gospel music just to upset Christians. Do demons burst into flames if they sing gospel? Yes. I don't know, I guess it's like calling attention from God, so... I mean, if you're gonna burst into flames from singing anything, I would assume that gospel would be it, if you're a demon. What if you sing the gospel just for money? Yes. So your motives don't line up with the message. I don't know, like if you buy holy water from a priest who's just selling it for money, does it still count as holy water? I think it still draws attention from God, and that's the thing that gets you.
I don't think the gospel or holy water actually works on demons. We're getting our vampire lore and our demon stuff confused. Because in the Bible, I think Jesus ran into that demon named Legion, and he had to drive it into a flock of pigs. If singing gospel made him go away, it probably would have saved a lot of pig money.
I bet some farmer was really upset he lost all those pigs.
Actually, I don't know. Presuming that Jesus was talking to a Jewish guy, what do you do with pigs when you're not allowed to eat them?
Huh. I don't know. You know, that reminds me, there's also a passage in the Bible where Jesus tells everyone to take up their crosses, which is kind of interesting because at the time, the cross wasn't really a symbol of the Christian faith. That was a thing that came about because of Constantine. So that particular passage wasn't like, you know, stick to your faith. It was like, come on guys, die and be martyred with me.
Or, like, bear the horrible burden of death or something like that? What particular passage are you quoting from?
I have no idea. I don't remember. I just remember it being a weird thing I thought about once. Whose idea do you think it was, yes, to install all these puzzles in Vorador's mansion? Well, granted that these are all statues of the ancient race, I would guess the ancient race. And look at this, yes! The door that can only be opened by the Reaver. What kind of asshole?
It is pretty ridiculous that Vorador's mansion is full of doors that he can never open. It made sense when you were going through the temples, because those were only supposed to be unlocked by Raziel. But what must it be like to live in a house full of doors that you can just never open?
Do you remember when Vorador gave that little speech to Raziel, and he was like, oh, you're just blithely unlocking secrets that have been sealed for a millennium? There must have been a lot of jealousy there, because every single day Vorador passes by one of those doors and says to himself like, yes, I would sure love to enter my cupboard, but I can't, because it's locked with an ancient gate. And here's you, asshole, just unlocking all these doors like they don't even matter. Vorador probably spent years, eons, trying to figure out how to unlock the doors without the Reaver. Then this blue guy runs in, smashes up all his furniture, and unlocks all the doors. Yes. The worst part is that Raziel coming to Vorador's mansion couldn't have even possibly been to prophecy, because we broke the prophecy.
Well, you know, if he didn't want us to break his furniture, he shouldn't have put puzzles all over the place. You gotta check inside and underneath the stuff, you know.
Vorador's house just confirms, yes. The ancient race was crazy. You know what? When they released Nosgoth, that must be one thing they did wrong. Instead of having to stand by a control point, the humans should have been forced to solve a ridiculous puzzle while being assaulted by vampires.
I guess that would have been in the spirit of the game.
Yeah, and as soon as you solve the puzzle, you win. It's not a matter of standing by a thing or having a death match.
I don't think that would have saved Nosgoth, yes.
No, I know, there was a lot of stuff kind of working against that game, but that would be one thing that would be interesting.
You know, when you find Vorador, he's gonna hate you.
Well, he should just come to his door when I knock on it, oh my-
Did you knock? I don't think you did. I think you just went to the door and tried to yank it open.
Oh yeah, well it was locked and then statues attacked.
Yeah, maybe if you'd knocked, the statues wouldn't attack, and Vorador would have just come to the door.
But if that's what happens, then they should put up a sign that says, please do not try to just open the door.
Well, it's a trap. Everyone who knows Vorador would know how to knock, or have wings, and could just fly in.
Does Vorador ever entertain company? Doesn't he have a bunch of, like, servants? Apparently the statue wasn't doing a dance move, it was holding a spear. And the spear was mine now. I didn't plan to use it as a spear, but maybe I could wedge it into something to open a door.
Yes, of course, this elaborate series of puzzles leads to opening one of the doors. Like, seriously, Vorador could not have asked for this to be done to his own house. Someone must have forced him to do it.
The ancient race, they're all dickholes. They showed up and they were like, I got a vision of the future! Vorador, just, you have to fill this barrel full of, like, sausage, and then leave it out for 300 years, and then kick it down the stairs and leave it. Just leave it there. Don't move it.
No wonder he's lost faith in all the prophecies. Like, the ancient race is dead. They're gone. But Vorador has to live their crap every single day. This is the legacy that they left him, a house that he can't properly navigate.
These are who we're trying to save. These are who Raziel is battling on behalf of.
Maybe Mobius was right to want to kill off the ancient race? Like, can you imagine? I mean, he was one of their servants originally, right? And then they probably came to him and they were like, hey, Mobius, we need you to turn your house into like an elaborate puzzle thing.
and Mobius was like, no, we have to kill them. We have to kill them before they turn my house into an inaccessible pile of crap.
He told the other Guardians, you could be next. They'll come to your house and they'll fill it with doors that you can't open.
Right, there has to be a more convenient way to get back to where you're going, yes. I don't know, I don't remember where it is. Oh, do we really have to go into Spectral and backtrack all over again, yes? Yeah, I think we have to do this a couple of times, so, yeah. Alright, we passed through Vorador's foyer a second time, so here we go.
I kinda have to question the validity of that, though, if it's gonna be because you're retarded.
I didn't say we were gonna try to avoid visiting the foyer, or that I wasn't gonna accidentally go back there. I'm just saying, we're gonna see it or pass through it enough times that it's worth counting.
Why is Vorador's house so big if he's not going to have anything good in it? Yes.
What do you think, that he should live in a little shack or something like that? What do you define as good?
A big TV, yes.
Where the heck is he gonna get a big TV?
Same place he will get the electric guitar, yes. Travel forward in time, steal TV, yes.
I don't think Vorador does the time travel.
Did you catch Raziel's head facing backwards back there?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say that's a glitch, but I don't know that Raziel can't do that.
I'm pretty sure he still has to follow general human articulations.
No, he has vampire powers, Taylor. He's double jointed and he can turn his head around backwards.
Yeah, and also he can sleep standing up like a horse, yes.
And he can swallow a whole pineapple.
I don't think he can do any of those things.
Oh. Typical Taylor, trying to control Raziel's destiny, says he can't swallow a pineapple. I didn't say he had to enjoy it, I just said he could.
He doesn't have a lower jaw.
Well, the only thing stopping a snake from eating a meal is whether or not it unhinges its lower jaw. So not having a lower jaw means that Raziel can fit whole things into his throat. Boom.
Well, he doesn't have a stomach.
Doesn't have to go anywhere, he just has to swallow it. I just said he could swallow it.
Do you think there is more pornography of Raziel? Yes.
You remember way back when you said that this whole game was like a vampire soap opera? I disagree.
Don't change the subject, right? Do you think there's this thing?
No, and I don't think that Raziel is a soap opera at all.
You know, that's one of those fetishes I don't really get.
Thanks, Taylor. You know, you could work with me.
I'm just saying, like, it's one of those fetishes I don't get. Like, giant fetish, I kinda get.
Well, you know, I went down to the store today.
Because
down...
like, being large is advantageous, right? Like, that's important. But, yes. I don't know, eating other people.
You know, speaking of eating, I go down to the store today, and I had to buy some dinner, and I didn't know what to buy. Like, what do you guys do when you need food and you don't know what to eat?
I eat a person, yes, sexually.
Oh my god, you go to hell.
Well, the thing about fetishes is you can train them. Like, they have done studies where you can, like, make people attracted to triangles, if you know what you're doing.
No, that is not the same. Like, that's just pairing up a stimulus with a response or whatever.
Yeah, it's classical conditioning, but it still works. It develops a fetish.
So what is your point?
Well, I'm wondering what exactly pairs up eating somebody alive with, like, a fetish.
A locked door. The stuff around the locked door implied there might be a puzzle. I suspected I would have to solve the puzzle.
Poor Raziel. Do you think he had to solve so many puzzles before he was thrown in the abyss? Or did this become his life, yes?
I'm not sure which would be funnier.
It could only get more ironic if Kain had required Raziel to build puzzles to keep intruders out on his own time.
Yeah, and then when he escapes from the abyss, he's like, oh, good, I'm so glad that Kain had this puzzle policy implemented.
It would have only made sense in the context of the past, but I just really like the idea of like 1,000 years of requiring people to build puzzles by law. And when Raziel returns to the surface, it's puzzles everywhere. You can't go any place without tripping over one.
Oh, God. It would so totally justify wanting to kill Kain, too. Like, the player would just be like, Kain must die.
No, puzzle policy is the best policy. Yes, I'll cherish Kain.
I actually read a fanfic based on Soul Reaver 1 that described, like, everything from Raziel's perspective, where Raziel was just pushing blocks and solving puzzles for hours and hours and hours. And then at one point he's pushing around, like, the pipe puzzles from the organ room in the first game, and Mario jumps out of one of the pipes. And Raziel decides to take a break for a little while.
You mean like Mario from Super Mario?
Yes, but shh, don't use the name specifically or Nintendo will send us a DMCA or something.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Apparently they're super hard on everybody.
Yeah, they're nuts.
Would they seriously send us a letter over that, yes?
No, it wouldn't for just a mention, but they're really rough on people still.
Well, anyway, I really love how much dignity Raziel tries to maintain in spite of having to do all these puzzles and jump through all these hoops. In reality, the guy probably only has about as much prestige as a performing poodle at a dog show.
Aren't those poodles treated very well, yes?
Okay, he has less prestige than a poodle.
Poor Raziel. If only somebody would brush his hair and give him a treat.
Well, he would just condescend to them and act like an asshole about it.
Yeah, but that's why we love him.
Okay, so explain this to me. Vorador has a passageway in his fireplace, but the only way to open it is to beat it down, and then they've got this grate.
Well, maybe it's not really a passageway intentionally.
Then why is there a grate?
Maybe it's support for the stone?
And why does it lead to a ledge?
Well, I don't know. But what I do know is, that garbage down there, you see that? That's the foyer. That's Vorador's foyer.
Oh good, you got another cutscene in case you didn't already look down there.
Yes. Thank you, game. I see the foyer. So yeah, we could count this as another trip to Vorador's foyer, but we can't actually go down there, so that would be cheating. Still, this part of the game is weird because it's platforming, but Raziel won't grab onto the platform, even though he does for every other platform. And, oh god damn it, I pushed the button twice. Okay, anyway, it sends you back to a checkpoint, and then makes you run all the way back to where you were, so we just skipped the tedium, and here we are doing this for a third time. So, we made that first jump, and the second jump, and that's it. That's it. But, because Raziel doesn't follow the grab mechanics, and it's sometimes hard to be perfect, you can do that a lot of times.
I noticed Raziel just kind of teleported up there on that first jump.
I noticed Ray was garbage at platforming, yes.
No, it's weird. It defies the game's previous conventions.
You know, in my day, Ray, we didn't have the climbing in the platformers, yes. You just had to be good at jumping.
Are you talking about old 2D games? Where you could clearly see where you were gonna land?
Yes.
Well, yes, that would be easier.
In my day, you know, we pulled ourselves up by the bootstraps, yes. We worked hard and did the coal mines.
Right, well, Raziel has a crappy camera to work with sometimes, too.
You kids today are lazy, yes. You know, if things had been different when I was your age, I would have adapted.
We are the same age. We went to school together.
Ow. Are you saying I don't adapt to things that you don't, Ray, yes?
I mean, like, kinda, sorta. Sorta depends on what it is you're trying to adapt to.
Global warming, yes. I have adapted to that perfectly.
By, like, not living in an Arctic climate or anywhere affected by global warming directly?
No, I wear a tank top when it is warm globally. Also, did you see that girl? She had the boobies, yes.
Battle did not require a bra in the olden days.
Apparently not.
They used the powerful vampire telekinesis to provide support for the E-cups, yes.
Did you know that bra cup sizes aren't the same in all countries?
All countries don't even use the same measuring system. Why would you assume their bras are the same?
I don't know, I just thought that would be like an important thing to standardize. I don't know.
No, Ray, sometimes pants companies aren't even honest about the size of the waist on your pants.
What?
Yeah, if it has a number listed, sometimes that number is a lie. It's like a fashion 25 or whatever.
Who wears a 25 waist?
I'm just throwing a number out there. The point is, it's not really what it says.
No, I knew that was true for, like, plus sizes for girls, right? Because they can't sell plus size because girls get ashamed. And so they're all like, oh no, this is a normal.
They do it for pants, too. When it says a 25 or whatever, it's not actually necessarily inches, it's just a size 25. It could mean anything in some cases.
Do you have a source on that? I feel like that would be false advertising.
No, I don't have a source. It's a thing I heard, but it sounds especially convincing.
Sounding convincing is not the same as being true.
Yeah, but you know they do that with plus sizes for women, so why would they not do that with, like, a listed pants size?
Because if you list sizes and there's, like, 29, 28, 24, like, you know if you wear a 28 and if you put it on and it doesn't fit.
I didn't say all clothing brands do it, just some.
Okay, see, but that's the part that you say, like, I don't know if that's true. Because it's way too convenient for you to just be like, yes, some clothing brands do that.
Well, whatever. Even if I'm wrong, they totally do every other possible evil thing.
Yes, that is without debate, but they don't do the numbers thing, I think. But anyway, though, here looks like a good place to stop for now, so thanks for playing with us, everybody. Oh, also, before you go, apparently YouTube now really heavily weights likes and comments, so if you would like this video, it would help us a lot, and also leave, like, an arbitrary comment. I guess, like, don't worry if you feel like you have anything intelligent to add. Maybe just say whatever, I guess. I don't know, that's the system for you. But also, more importantly, if you really want to help us out, support us on Patreon. Otherwise, you guys have a good day.